The night I found my husband's second phone, it wasn't hidden very well. It was charging in the garage behind a dusty toolbox he never used. What shocked me wasn't that it existed. It was the wallpaper. It was a picture of my son. Not a recent one, a photo from 3 months ago, the day of my son's engagement party. And in the corner of that photo, cropped carefully but not carefully enough, was the hand of the woman my son was about to marry. My name is Marissa Caldwell. I'm 59 years old, and I discovered that my husband of 37 years had been sleeping with my son's fiancée the week before the wedding invitations were mailed. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I just stood there in that garage while the hum of the charger filled the air and thought, so this is how betrayal looks after decades of marriage. Quiet, calculated, patient. I picked up the phone, no lock. That hurt more than anything. He wasn't even afraid of being caught, or maybe he thought I would never look. The messages were already open. Lena, he suspects nothing. Saturday will be perfect. David, after the wedding we'll have more time, just be careful. Lena. What about your wife, David? Marissa lives in her own world, she won't notice. I laughed, actually laughed. Oh, I noticed. The wedding was in 12 days. 12. I went inside. My husband, David, was in the kitchen chopping onions, humming like a man with nothing to hide. He looked up and smiled. Hey babe, you okay? I studied his face, the lines around his eyes, the gray at his temples. The mouth that had whispered vows to me at 22. I'm fine, I said, and I was, in a way I hadn't expected, because something inside me had already gone still. That night I didn't confront him, I didn't cry. I didn't even replay the messages. Instead, I made tea, sat in the dark, and let the truth settle. If I confronted him now, he would lie. If I told my son now, he might not believe me. If I exploded, I would become the unstable one. No, I needed proof. The next morning, I went back to the garage, took photos of every message, every picture, every call log. 3 months, every Thursday afternoon. The same hotel 15 minutes from our house. While my son thought his father was mentoring him in business, his fiancée was running errands. Oh, the simplicity of betrayal. I checked bank statements, found jewelry purchases, found restaurant reservations for 2, found Uber receipts that aligned perfectly with Lena's bridal dress fittings. I printed everything. I didn't sleep much that week. I watched them. Watched Lena come over for Sunday dinners, calling me Mom M. Watched David give advice to my son about commitment and loyalty. The hypocrisy was almost artistic. Sometimes I would catch Lena looking at David across the table. Quick glances, silent language. Did they think they were invisible, or did they think I was blind? My son Caleb was radiant, 30 years old, in love, building a life. He trusted them both. That was the part that hurt, not my marriage, my child. 5 days before the wedding, I asked Caleb to come by alone. He walked into the living room smiling. Mom, what's up? I held his face in my hands. Do you trust me? Of course, even if what I'm about to say hurts. His smile faded. Mom, what is it? I handed him the folder. He flipped through the pages slowly. His face changed in stages: confusion, disbelief, anger. Then something worse, recognition, because he had noticed something too. Small things, missed calls, strange tension. He had pushed the thoughts away. Tell me it's fake, he whispered. I can't. He sat down heavily. For a long time, neither of us spoke. Then he laughed, a hollow sound. Wow, Dad and Lena. I didn't cry. I didn't tell him what to do. I will support whatever decision you make, I said quietly. But you deserve truth before vows. The wedding was in 5 days. Caleb canceled it that night. He confronted Lena privately. She didn't deny it. Apparently, secrecy loses its power once exposed. David tried to talk to me the next morning. I made a mistake. A mistake lasts a night, I replied calmly. You built a relationship. He looked smaller than I'd ever seen him. I didn't think you'd find out. That was the worst part, not that he cheated, but that he assumed I was too small to see it. Divorce papers were filed within the month. Lena moved out of her apartment back to her hometown. Caleb left for Chicago to start fresh. And me, I stayed. I repainted the kitchen, sold the house, downsized into a townhouse near the river, started taking art classes at 60. Life doesn't end with betrayal, it rearranges. 6 months later, Caleb called me. Mom, I'm okay. His voice was steady. I'm dating someone new, slowly, carefully. She knows everything. I smiled. Good, take your time. And Mom, yes, thank you for telling me before it was too late. That's when I finally cried. Not for David, not for the marriage, but because I had chosen my son over comfort, over silence, over pretending. Betrayal will try to shrink you, make you quiet, make you complicit. But the most powerful thing you can do is refuse to carry someone else's secret. Sometimes strength looks like screaming, sometimes it looks like walking away, and sometimes it looks like gathering evidence quietly in a garage and protecting your child from a lifetime of regret. If you're listening to this and something feels wrong in your life, don't ignore that feeling. Trust it. Truth might hurt, but lies cost more. And if this story touched something inside you, then stay with Whispers of Me. God bless.